and Corporation condemns xenophobic attacks targeting undocumented migrants, warning that private individuals have no authority to enforce immigration laws. And the Cybersecurity Authority says nearly 300,000 Ghana cedis has been lost to online restaurant impersonation scams between January and June 2026. Later on Good Afternoon Ghana, we will engage MP for New Job and South, Michael Otribefi, and Gutta President on the mid-year budget review delivered by the Finance Minister yesterday. We have details of these and many more coming your way. Do stay. Now let's move on to our first story of the day. And South Africa's Minister for International Relations and Cooperation, Ronald Lamola, has condemned xenophobic attacks targeting undocumented migrants, warning that private individuals have no authority to enforce immigration laws. He called on law enforcement agencies to arrest and prosecute anyone involved in such acts. He said he was responding to questions over criticism of South Africa's handling of migration challenges. Take a listen.
Indeed, I was in Ghana 2 days ago, and on behalf of President Ramaphosa as a special envoy, where I delivered a special message. There was an agreement between ourselves and Ghana that the current migration-related challenges will not stand in the way of South Africa-Ghana bilateral relations. It does not impact the Ghana-South Africa bilateral relations because South Africa and Ghana have got long enduring good friendship and relations. And they said they are raising this matter to give South Africa also an opportunity to explain itself with regards to what is currently happening in the migration issues. And I think it is in that context that President Mahama raised the matter from the video clips I've seen and the newspaper articles that I have seen. So we did explain. One of the issues that also was raised was that all countries have got a right to enforce, is within the sovereign state to enforce immigration laws. Immigration must be regular, must be orderly, in line with the protocols of the AU, of our own SADC. It should not be a disorderly immigration. The challenges we have and face is irregular migration. But the points that they are both raising is that even when there is irregular migration, it will be dealt with in a human way. It will not be dealt with through people taking the law into their own hands, which is what we have seen now in the isolated incidences in our country. And that we have said as a South African government, we condemn. We do not promote any private citizen taking the law into their own hands, and we call for law enforcement agencies to arrest any perpetrator who takes the law into their own hands.
And in health, the Ghana AIDS Commission has unveiled the country's 2025 HIV and AIDS estimates and projections, revealing the latest data to guide national planning, resource allocation, and efforts to achieve the global target of ending AIDS as a guide as a public health threat by 2030. The annual HIV and AIDS estimates and projections produced by the Ghana AIDS Commission in collaboration with its partners provide critical statistics for planning, policy formulation, and program implementation at both the national and subnational levels.
2025 estimates finalized with technical support from the UNAIDS Reference Group on estimates, modeling and projections were disseminated to stakeholders to inform interventions and measure Ghana's progress towards the UNAIDS 95-95-95 targets by 2030. Director General of the Ghana AIDS Commission, Dr. Kamasela Kambong, highlighted the significance of the newly completed estimates and the collaborative process that informed the 2025 projections.
Through the dedication and technical expertise of National HIV Estimates Team, Ghana has successfully produced the 2025 HIV estimates and projections, including disaggregated estimates for all 16 regions and 261 districts. These results provide a robust evidence based on strategic planning, program prioritization, informed policy, and program decisions. As we deliberate on the findings today, let us remind ourselves that data only doesn't mean anything but must translate into action. The estimate should inform strategic investment, strengthen our health systems, enhance service delivery, and ensure that no population or geographic area is left behind.
Board Chair of the Ghana AIDS Commission, Kakra Esamwa, underscored the importance of the estimates as a tool for measuring Ghana's progress towards ending AIDS, while emphasizing that more work remains to achieve the 95-95-95 targets.
While we celebrate the progress made, the 2025 estimates also remind us that our work is not yet complete. They reveal persistent inequalities affecting vulnerable populations and highlight regional disparities that require targeted interventions. These findings reinforce the need to strengthen community systems, expand access to quality HIV services, and eliminate stigma and discrimination, which continue to prevent many people from seeking the care and support they need.
The World Health Organization commended Ghana's progress in HIV response, pointing to improvements in diagnosis, treatment, and viral suppression, while outlining the milestones still required to eliminate HIV as a public health threat.
Overall, Ghana has made good progress, but as you can notice, we still have a huge number of people that we need to find, because we have about 25% away from the 95% target. So our biggest gap is in finding those who are estimated to be living with HIV. And that number is about 101,000 people that we are yet to find and put on treatment for them to be virally suppressed. But as you can see, generally, once we put people on treatment, the suppression rate is up to 92%, which is fairly good.
The dissemination of the 2025 HIV and AIDS estimates and projections is expected to strengthen evidence-based decision-making and guide targeted interventions. For Metro News, Vanessa Edotun-Boateng, Accra.
Now, in other stories, Asante-Hene Otumfuo Tetutu II has commended Inspector General of Police Christian Tete Yohuno, the Ashanti Regional Police Command, and the IGP Special Operations Team for their commitment to fighting crime and improving security across the country. The commendation came during a courtesy call at the Menchia Palace, where the Ashanti Regional Police Commander COP Arthur Oseakoto introduced the Special Operations Team to the Asante-Hene. Otumfuo noted that the team's intelligent-led operations have helped improve security in the region by reducing robbery, drug trafficking, human trafficking, and other criminal activities. He urged the officers to remain disciplined, professional, and dedicated to their duties while prioritizing their personal safety. Responding on behalf of the team, Superintendent Augustine Dawson Amoah thanked the Asante-Hene for his encouragement and reaffirmed the unit's commitment to protecting lives and property through sustained intelligence-led policing. And the Upper West Regional Police Command has rearrested a suspected motorbike theft syndicate operating in the Wa municipality and recovered 17 stolen motorbikes. The operation, launched after a theft complaint in July, led to the arrest of 6 suspects and recovery of exhibits linked to the crimes. The suspects have since been remanded into police custody, while the police are urging owners of missing bags to report to the Wa District Police Headquarters with proof of ownership to reclaim their bags. Now, the Upper West Regional Police Command has arrested a group of suspects involved in a motorbike theft within the region. The command has also recovered 17 motorbikes stolen from various locations within the Wa municipality and other parts of the region. The operation commenced following a report made on July 11, 2026 by a victim that her black Lujiab motorbike, registration number M21UW3512, she parked at the Ghana National Fire Service premises in Jurapa, was stolen. The victim shared details of the stolen motorbike widely with friends and the police. Acting swiftly on intelligence, police officers arrested Nasiru Muftawu at Loho in possession of the stolen bike. During interrogation, the suspect admitted to stealing the motorbike and was subsequently taken into custody to assist with investigations. And the Cybersecurity Authority says Ghanaians have lost nearly 300,000 Ghana cedis to online restaurant impersonation scams between January and June 2026. Fraudsters hijacked Google business listings, deceiving customers into paying for meals that were never delivered, with reported cases and financial losses more than tripling compared to the same period last year.
According to the Cybersecurity Authority, cyber criminals are manipulating Google business listings by replacing legitimate restaurant contact details with fraudulent ones. Victims unknowingly place orders using the fake numbers and are directed to pay via mobile money or fraudulent payment links. Once payment is made, the scammers disappear without delivering the food. The authority reports that from January to June 2026, victims lost more than 296,000 Ghana cedis in 112 reported cases, a significant increase from the 84,000 Ghana cedis lost in 61 cases during the same period in 2025. The CSA is advising consumers to confirm restaurant contact details through official websites, verified social media pages, or trusted food delivery platforms before making payments. It also warns against sharing mobile money pins, one-time passwords, or banking credentials. Restaurants have also been urged to verify and secure their Google business profiles, monitor their online listings regularly, and prominently display official contact information to help prevent impersonation scams.
Moving on, government has begun reclamation of degraded lands behind the Adansi Asokwa Agenda 111 District Hospital. The quick intervention follows a widespread concern among residents who fear the activity could undermine multi-million cedis healthcare facility. The reclamation, according to the government, forms part of a broader fight against illegal mining and restoration of degraded lands in the country. There's more in this report by Abdul Basit Suleiman.
On Monday, July 21, 2026, Regional Land Reclamation Committee inspecting reclaimed illegal mining sites near the Agenda 111 Hospital project in the Adansi Asokwa district. The Security Committee on the site visit arrested an illegal miner as they intensify crackdowns on Galamsey operations threatening public infrastructure. Large stretches of land previously devastated by Galamsey have been successfully restored. Leading the joint monitoring team, Deputy Regional Security Coordinator Alhaji Abdullah Umaru Inje expressed deep concern over the extent of environmental destruction and warned that security forces will deal decisively with anyone engaging in illegal mining.
Close to the Agenda 111. And when we came here, we still see, as the reclamation is going on, we've still seen some boys around. It means if we are not careful, in the next few days or weeks, you realize they are on the premises of the Agenda 111 itself. So we'll have to wake up and fight.
Benjamin Kakari Jura, General Manager for Logist Group Limited, said the rest of the degraded land could be reclaimed within 3 months.
We realize that there are two things. The bioremediation Agricentric is bringing on board, and then there's another part of it called phytoremediation. They use trees, biochar, and then these animals, that, you know, if all these chemicals, there are other animals that feed on these chemicals. So there is a way to make sure that we reverse the effect now.
To support long-term environmental recovery, Gideon Nyamisen, Chief Executive Officer, of Agricentric Ventures announced plans to cultivate oil-yielding plants across the reclaimed land, which will serve as alternative livelihood for the community members. The crop cover is expected to restore soil fertility, prevent future degradation, and generate sustainable economic value for the local community.
And that is why we want to introduce the production or the cultivation of these oil-yielding plants, where people will be around all the time. There would be a frequent harvest of the plants every 3 to 4 months, and the processing will take place here, so that at any point in time there will be people around and no one would come back to do the galamsey.
Let's take some environmental stories now. And the Christian Council of Ghana has intensified efforts to promote environmental responsibility among the youth by taking its environmental care and cleanliness campaign to Wesley Grammar School. The initiative seeks to educate students on proper sanitation practices and encourage them to become ambassadors of a cleaner and healthier environment.
As part of this commitment, the Christian Council visited Wesley Grammar School to engage students on the importance of environmental care and personal cleanliness. Speaking to the media communication advisor for the Christian Council, Koku Anyudo said the initiative is designed to instill patriotism, nationalism and civic responsibility in students to prepare them for leadership and national development.
What the Christian Council is doing, and this is another form of evangelism, is to take mindset transformation for nation building to the doorstep of the future leaders. In the cycle of life, eventually they will become leaders.
Reverend Jehoiada Godwin Amuzu, Interfaith and Ecumenical Relations Coordinator at the Christian Council of Ghana, says the initiative is aimed at mobilizing young people to develop a positive mindset towards protecting the environment and maintaining clean surroundings.
And the effort is to mobilize our young people to work on their mindset. You know, the general attitude of Ghanaians is to care less about the purity, the beauty, the sanctity of the environment.
Some students and a member of the counseling team at the Wesley Grammar School believe protecting the environment is a collective responsibility that must be embraced by every individual.
I made a reference to the 1992 Constitution, Article 41K, which states that we should safeguard the environment.
When we are moving, we unintentionally dump rubbish on the floor, which is like something that is part and parcel of us, but it's not intentional.
Mindsets that they need to have, that your mindset determines the way you live your life. So I think it's a good timing for them to come and talk to our students.
As part of efforts to sustain environmental education among students, the Christian Council donated 400 books on environmental cleanliness to Wesley Grammar School to serve as a learning resource to help students deepen their understanding of environmental protection.
Moving on to some social stories. About 140 widows and orphans in the Kusag area of the Upper East region have received support from Inshallah Foundation, a non-governmental organization that is operating in the area. The initiative is aimed at reducing poverty and improving the living conditions of vulnerable households.
The Kusag area of the Upper East region is one of the underserved parts of the country. Coupled with the protracted conflicts, the number of widows and orphans in the area have increased significantly, leaving many households in need of humanitarian assistance. In response, Inshallah Foundation has provided support to about 140 widows and orphans across the Boku West District, Boku Municipality, and the Binduri District. Speaking in an interview, the project manager of the foundation, Ali Nasiru, highlighted the importance of the initiative and reaffirmed the organization's commitment to supporting vulnerable people in the area. Some of the beneficiaries expressed gratitude to the foundation, describing the support as timely and life-changing.
Now speaking on Good Morning Ghana, Member of Parliament for Akutia constituency, Bernard Bediako Bedu, together with journalist and former board chairman of Ghana Airport Company Limited, Paul Adam Ochre, weighed in on freedom of expression and rising debates in the country.
When he was completing his response to the budget, talked about how MPs who are on his side are being threatened, especially those who speak. So because this insults thing goes on, it can create an environment where the people in power, the government or individuals in power who are angry with one person or the other, can now decide that because you have criticized me, the whole framework is to arrest people, we can add it. Because people have been calling that from next week going, there's going to be arrest like the Miracle Abaji style. I mean, I have been told that because I have been very critical of Slemsai, they will come and arrest me because you are talking about Slemsai too much and you have to be careful. And that from Monday, today is Friday, from Monday going, the story is that there will be a lot of arrest of MPP people, particularly those who are talking very similar to the Miracles Abaji style. They will arrest you.
You will never be arrested because you are criticizing President Mahama.
Oh no, they won't say that.
No, but they don't even need to, because you see, there are equally, look, even your show, yes, you criticize President Mahama, but there are other people elsewhere who does even worse. If you are being invited, I said it here, it may be because you held a public office. And the fact that you criticize President Mahama must also not be a tool for you to claim indemnity.
Oh, that's correct.
As though nobody can touch you. And if anybody comes for you, it means that it's because you are criticizing President Mahama. Let that also be said.
It is the way in which they come for you.
Don't worry, and I'll deal with
bail and all of that.
No,
they come for you and ask you questions that
you see the challenge I have with you tried, then you put in, you push in subtly. We were in this country when Ohiniba Buama, a journalist like yourself, was imprisoned under Nana Addo. For what? He only said that according to the information he has, the Supreme Court judges they seek counsel from Nana before they give rulings. That was all. Let nobody say that when you say things against me and you cross the line of 207, it's false publication, I should sue you. No.
Some social stories. The Manklao of the Ada traditional area in the Ada East district of the Greater Accra region has called on society to mentor young generation to become responsible and productive citizens who can take up leadership roles in the future. According to him, young people are looking for leaders and mentors to shape their lives, making it imperative for society to take an active role in their upbringing by providing proper guidance, good moral values, and quality education.
Speaking to the media during the ceremony, the Manklalo of the Ada traditional area, Nene Agude Obichere, urged society to invest in mentoring the younger generation so they can become responsible leaders and contribute meaningfully to the development of the area.
The youth are looking for leadership. In the past, we've spent a lot of time with our children. But these days we are running around to work to other places and we leave the youth to their own selves. What is happening is that they find ways that they think will be okay for them. We owe a responsibility to the youth of today. Whatever they are having is a challenge, it's a crisis to them. And we have to help them to overcome it so that they will also turn right.
The Manklalo also called on folks from Ada to embrace peace and unity, stressing internal divisions have over the years slowed the area's development despite its enormous economic, tourism and cultural potential.
I'm urging all, not just people of Kogbo, but all of Ada to come together and unite. The spirit of Ada will go forth only under unity. So I'm urging all of us. JJ is saying that this year we should focus on spiritual healing. We should make sure that things that are not good, we mend them.
The newly crowned Queen Mother, Nana Leyo Saneme, said her office would champion campaigns against teenage pregnancy and drug abuse among the youth. She noted she would also serve as a bridge between the traditional leadership and the youth by promoting education, discipline, leadership and social responsibility while advocating programs that improve the welfare of girls, boys and young women.
Because you see these days, they all takes all sort of concussions in the name of being high. But I think when we motivate them, we talk to them, we bring them closer, and they feel belonging to the community, they will change.
And in the Western region, the chief and people of Salama in the Elembele district of the region have warned the government against restoring the revoked mining lease of Adamus Resources Limited, insisting that such a decision would spark unrest in the community.
Addressing a press conference, the Tufuhene of Salma, Tufuhene Kubili, dismissed reports published by some media outlets claiming that the youth of Salma were demanding the return of Adamus Resources, describing the publication as false, misleading, and unrepresentative of the community's position. According to him, nearly 4 months after the government revoked the mining lease of Adamus Resources Limited, a group of individuals who previously benefited from the company's operations allegedly issued a statement without the knowledge or consent of the chiefs and people of Salma, arguing that the government's decision was wrong. He warned that if the government hands the mining concession back to Adamus Resources, the people of Salma would stage a month-long demonstration in protest.
License no ma anja bemwa anya demonstration cheche for 1 month yegina yewo na ye be trade this in your office wo ye babu balaze mantia no atua president Mahama wo fires wo so so me kwekese na bukuye.
The chiefs and people of Salma said they are ready to support any investor who places the welfare of the community and at the center of its operations and contributes meaningfully to the social economy.
And the Queen's International School has held its annual end-of-year ceremony with a strong focus on promoting Ghanaian culture and patriotism among students. This year's events featured cultural exhibitions, creative performances, and an award ceremony, all centered on the theme, Our Ghana, Our Future.
Display of culture, creativity, and academic excellence at Queen's International School marked the end of the 2025-2026 academic year. The ceremony, held under the theme Our Ghana, Our Future, showcased students' talent through activities including kente weaving, bead making, poem recitals, and cultural exhibitions aimed at deepening their appreciation of Ghana's rich heritage. The CEO of Queen's International School, Rose Gomez, explained that the school intentionally incorporates Ghanaian cultural studies into the curriculum to help students develop a stronger national identity from an early age.
We think at Queen's that the child needs to know himself, have a strong belief in himself, and be able to know what his ability would serve. We want them to grow up believing that Ghana belongs to them and they don't need to employ or import development or other people from other parts of the world to develop Ghana they have, because Ghana belongs to them.
Jonathan Sedem Agbenyega is a craft teacher at Queen's International School.
It's a Ghanaian culture that identifies Ghanaian people with kente. So it is a pleasure that all other schools, especially public ones also, could adapt the culture of introducing our Ghanaian cultures, especially kente weaving, into their curriculum or extracurricular activities so that the children can be acquainted with that.
Students who participated in the cultural activities described the experience as both educational and inspiring.
This is my first time learning kente weaving, and I think it's a good thing to do, because at first it was difficult for me because you had to synchronize your legs with your arms, but now I think I'm okay with it because my teacher has been helping me learn a lot about it. I want to tell them that kente weaving is a good thing to do. It helps you concentrate on what you do, and it can help you in the future.
School authorities also called on educational institutions across the country to incorporate more indigenous crafts into their curricula to preserve Ghana's cultural heritage while equipping students with practical lifelong skills. The ceremony ended with exhibitions of students' creative works, cultural performances, and an awards presentation to honor outstanding students for their academic and extracurricular achievements.
And the Minister of Finance, Dr. Kesio Atoforsen, has presented his mid-year budget review to Parliament highlights an achievement of the John Dramani Mahama administration so far. The finance minister declared that Ghana will not return to economic challenges that forced the country to seek international support, and sustained that the government's reforms have restored stability into the country. Let's take a listen.
Right Honorable Speaker, stability is not a trophy to be worn once and displayed forever. It is a garden. It must be tended every single day or we lose it. Ghana has traveled this road before. We have stabilized, celebrated, relaxed, and unfortunately relapsed. 17 times we turned to the IMF for a bailout. We are determined that the 17th time shall be the last. But that determination cannot rest on the shoulders of the government alone. This is my call to every Ghanaian. The gains we have secured are national gains. They demand a national commitment to protect them. Mr. Speaker, it means paying your taxes so that our schools, hospitals, roads are financed increasingly from our own resources rather than by unsustainable borrowings. It means demanding value for money for every cedi of public expenditure and refusing to look away when public resources are wasted. Mr. Speaker, it means holding this government and every government that follows to the fiscal rules we have written into law. Mr. Speaker, fiscal discipline can no longer be a policy of a minister. It must become the culture of our country. Mr. Speaker, stabilization can never be the destination. And stabilization was never the destination. It was only the price of entry. Ghana has paid that price. What comes next is the work that changes life at scale, the work of transformation. Through the new economy that His Excellency President Mahama will unveil, we will build an economy that does not merely withstand shocks, but create jobs, generate wealth, and grow on the strength of what Ghana produces. Mr. Speaker, the true measure of a finance minister is not how much he spends, but how faithful he protects the resources entrusted to him. Right, Honorable Speaker, the true measure of a finance minister is not how much he spends, but how faithful he protects the resources entrusted to him. The money we manage does not belong to those entrusted to manage it. It belongs to the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, it belongs to you and belongs to all of us. Every cedi collected in taxes, every cedi borrowed, and every cedi spent carries with it a sacred obligation to use it wisely, honestly, and always in the national interest. My assurance to this House and to every Ghanaian is simple. Your money is safe. Your money is safe. Under the leadership of President Mahama, your economy is in safe hands. And as long as I have the honor to serve as Minister for Finance, it will remain so. Mr. Speaker, I pledge to level with you always. I will tell you the truth about the state of the public finances, whether the news is welcoming or difficult. We will never conceal our challenges or exaggerate our successes. Trust is about the truth, and truth must remain the foundation of sound economic management. Our responsibility now is not merely to celebrate these gains, but to preserve them for future generations. Economic stability is not an event. It is a duty renewed every day.
We have further bulletin. For more news, log on to Metro TV online. Good afternoon, Ghana continues after this. Stay tuned.
The pulse of a nation, rising, unshaken. When the Black Stars take the world stage, We don't just play, we bring the storm. Fuel the dream. Support the Black Stars. Storm Energy Drink. Make your mark. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, a who be here, Semecha Sapapadia to a mammy man for Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is several buying, a man is swing, Nesasu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561 032 252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
We're kicking your year off
in all her glory
with more, because we've got you.
You get it?
You know that. We got kicks, we got scores, we got action, we got roars.
It's my specialty.
We got drama, we got fun. We got more for everyone, with an upgrade on us just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
Good day, fellow Ghanaians. Dr. Adelaide Arobasi-Ejafon is my name, Executive Director of the Jospon Group of Companies and the CEO of the African Agribusiness Consortium. By the grace of God, after several years of contributing significantly to Ghana's sanitation and waste management transformation, the Jospon Group made another bold decision a few years ago to support the transformation of Ghana's agriculture sector. As we became more involved in the agriculture sector, we realized that although Ghana has enormous agricultural potential, transforming the sector would require the active participation of a new generation of skilled and passionate young people. That is why, in partnership with the People's Friendship University of Russia, Rodin University, we sponsored 118 young Ghanaians to pursue postgraduate studies in agriculture and environmental sciences. Our goal was to prepare young professionals who will help drive Ghana's agricultural transformation. In about 2 weeks' time, these graduates will return home. They are coming back with knowledge, skills, and fresh ideas, and we are proud to welcome them home. I believe their success will not only benefit as individuals, but will also contribute to the growth of our agriculture sector and the development of our country. I wish to express my sincere appreciation to the People's Friendship University of Russia, Rodin University, for being a valued partner in this journey, and to the Embassy of Ghana in the Russia Federation for its unwavering support and commitment to the welfare of our students throughout their studies. Thank you very much. God bless you, And God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Ghana, Greater Accra, Gamashi. Are you ready for the biggest festival carnival in Ghana?
Is the Gahomo Carnival 2026.
Starting from Thursday 6th to Sunday 9th of August 2026.
The heartbeat of Ghana will echo from Jamestown, Manchabola, flowing through the historic Atanos High Street back to Lighthouse.
Witness and experience 4 unforgettable days, 1 historic destination.
Gamashi,
6th August, Red Thursday.
So be
the legendary homecoming procession.
7th August, White Friday. Yeah. Dressed in white and experience the Twin Festival, culture, tradition, and music. Saturday, 8th August, Homowa Red Saturday. The grand climax. Join thousands in the sea of red and display of royalty as Galhashi comes alive with spectacular sprinkling of popoi,
followed by a mega concert featuring Ghana's biggest music stars.
Sunday, Owala.
Come dressed in white.
A day of thanksgiving, reconciliation, and a powerful gospel concert to crown Homowa, celebrating 200 years of Katamanso.
Date 6th to 9th August. Venue Jamestown,
Manchabona. Crowd is calling. Gamashi is waiting. Don't just hear it.
Come and live it. For vendorship slots, call.
Main media partners.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026 under the theme Assessing Ghana's Progress Towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7, Clean Energy, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema on Mine Tumpong.
Chicken. Yeah, you know what to do. Parents, guardians, your Saturdays are about to be beautiful, exciting, and entertaining. On Metro TV, you are going to enjoy what is called massive home entertainment with funny face. I am back again, children. We are about to celebrate in your schools. We are about to dance in your schools. We are about to do everything we'll do in your schools. You will enjoy, I will enjoy, neighbors will enjoy, everybody will enjoy. Children, be ready. We are going to do chicken, cow and chicken, cow and chicken. You just flap your armpit, open it, flap it, open, flap. Yeah. You see me in your school, you just open your armpit and you flap it. Chicken, that's all. You know what to do, my brother.
Time with the Children's President, coming soon on Metro TV.
Why psychiatric medicine? There's a lot of stigma attached to those with mental health disorders, so it meant a lot to me to get involved. I absolutely love it here, and also there are so many similarities here with Ghana and my culture in Trinidad and Tobago.
I really owe my son, my family, and everything to the hard work that Adana has and her expertise. She's such an amazing lady.
She's gonna make me cry. I love Hannah and her family.
The PL Show is brought to you by Kel Chaco, Kel 360, and Kel Kids Toothpaste.
Kel, happy smile.
Good day, fellow Ghanaians. Dr. Adelaide Arobase-Ejiafon is my name, Executive Director of the Jospon Group of Companies and the CEO of the African Agribusiness Consortium. By the grace of God, after several years of contributing significantly to Ghana's sanitation and waste management transformation, the Jospon Group made another bold decision a few years ago to support the transformation of Ghana's agriculture sector. As we became more involved in the agriculture sector, we realized that although Ghana has enormous agricultural potential, transforming the sector would require the active participation of a new generation of skilled and passionate young people. That is why, in partnership with the People's Friendship University of Russia, Rodin University, we sponsored 118 young Ghanaians to pursue postgraduate studies in agriculture and environmental sciences. Our goal was to prepare young professionals who will help drive Ghana's agricultural transformation. In about 2 weeks' time, these graduates will return home. They are coming back with knowledge, skills, and fresh ideas, and we are proud to welcome them home. I believe their success will not only benefit as individuals, but will also contribute to the growth of our agriculture sector and the development of our country. I wish to express my sincere appreciation to the People's Friendship University of Russia, Rodin University, for being a valued partner in this journey, and to the Embassy of Ghana in the Russia Federation for its unwavering support and commitment to the welfare of our students throughout their studies. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Hello there, many thanks for joining us here on the program. This is Good Afternoon Ghana on Metro TV, and we're still here. Natasha brought to us the news update, and we're on till 2 p.m. Today, Friday, as we wrap up the working week. We're live on Facebook, Metro TV Ghana, also on DSTV channel 277. We're live on there. Now, today's conversation would be based on the review of the mid-year fiscal policy read out by the Finance Minister, Dr. Cassio Ato-Forson, yesterday in Parliament. A lot of reactions to that. The minority are saying that this is a kwashiorkor budget. It is one that is only bones, no meat. But for the majority in Parliament, they're saying this is what a budget is supposed to be. This is what a finance minister is supposed to say. And this is an economy that's been taken back up from its knees. And so we'll get into the conversations on that, look into various aspects of it, as the minister talked about yesterday. Today, my focus will be really on Gold Board, right? And also, I want to talk about production, because it's been one of the conversations that as a country we need to have about how to steer our economy through production from us as Ghanaians. We'll get into that conversation also with my guest who are joining me on Zoom in a bit. Clement Watson is present for Guta, and also we hear from Julius Jima, also who is an analyst, an economic analyst or an economist, who talked to us also about this. For now, let's get back to Parliament yesterday and listen to some portions of the speech by the Finance Minister, and then listen to the minority on that. When we come back, we'll get into the conversations on Zoom.
The Finance Minister has just told this House that the true character of a finance minister is not determined by how much he spends. Such a statement must cause palpitation among ministers of state. Mr. Speaker, basically what he is telling all ministers, that he is not going to spend, he is not going to release funds to you. Mr. Speaker, already you are suffering and you've been redundant in your various ministries. His deputy minister told the nation that 1.6 billion was released to the Agri minister. Today, he says only 1.1 billion. You see, the true measure of a finance minister is not how much he spends. Mr. Speaker, throughout his review, there was no policy announcement for the cocoa sector. The 4 million farmers, the 4 million cocoa farmers are suffering. This finance minister, since he took over as a supervising minister responsible for cocoa, we have seen suffering and wailing, and he comes here to lament. Mr. Speaker, he talks about determining the true cost of economic policy. The true cost. He's talking about having met some debt. What he has forgotten, that he refused good counsel from the minority. When Gold Board and Bank of Ghana charges on the gold for reserve policy was at 15%, we cautioned. He didn't listen. Later, IMF forced them to reduce it to 9%. 3 days ago, the governor announced that he was no more going to participate in this gold for reserve. It's too late in the day. You've already incurred losses of 9.6 billion. That is what the IMF told you. Many of the Ghanaian youth lost their jobs. You sacked them. Today you are here. Instead of promising to restore them into their rightful places in the job market, you are not doing so. Then you come, you say we should praise you. Who is going to praise you? If you don't pay and you are holding the money and then you are there tightening belt and only paying your party members, then we should praise you. We are not interested in the books. We are interested in the economy in our pockets. People are suffering, Mr. Speaker. People need jobs. Your youth, even your MPs, they are praising you here. A lot of them are hungry. Your backbenchers, they can't go back home. Your backbenchers, and you hear you say we should praise you. Who will not praise you? It is the same old story. Asem Dadana, Mrs. Sai, again.
Mr. Speaker, this media report clearly indicates that the cathedral project is not ongoing. Mr. Speaker, what is ongoing is the construction of new schools. What is ongoing is the improvement of existing schools. What is ongoing is the improvement of the quality of schools. This media report shows that what is ongoing is the construction of roads, the construction of bridges never seen in the history of Ghana before. We have a finance minister who is not borrowing recklessly but is successfully managing our economy. That is why I said that this finance minister has clearly given a good account of himself. Mr. Speaker, Ghanaians are struggling, working day and night to pay the debts, to fix the economy. Like the minister has indicated, ordinary Ghanaians are making sacrifices. Where is the man who put us in the debt? Where is Ken Ofori-Atta? After borrowing recklessly, creating the debts, he has gone and he is hiding in the United States of America. We must bring Ken Ofori-Atta back. Ken Ofori-Atta should be brought back to come and account to the good people of Ghana why he so grossly mismanaged our finances and left ordinary Ghanaians to struggle and fix the economy whilst he enjoys in the United States of America. And this is a man who was presented by the NPP as a finance minister. And the same people are telling Ghanaians that they should be brought back to power. So that you do what with power? You will bring Ken Ofori-Atta back, and he will come and be building cathedrals.
There you had statements on the floor of Parliament from the Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin and also the Majority Leader Mr. Yarga there. Yes, and so we're getting to the conversations as we hear from key stakeholders in Ghana's economic space, and we're going to speak to Guta, the president of the group. Clement Boate joins me now on Zoom, and then Julius Zima will also join us later for a conversation on this. Good afternoon, Mr. Boate. Thank you for your time here on the program. So you had the media budget review. I'm sure you followed that with a big message actually from the initial budget, says talking about resetting for growth, jobs and economic transformation. From what the minister mentions yesterday, there seemed to be some good going on with respect to the macroeconomic indicators, the economic growth, where we are around 6.4% in Q1 of 2026. Inflation has fallen sharply. Tax revenue mobilization going on very well. In fact, it says that after taking off all of those nuisance taxes, we've even been able to rake in more money as a country. What's been your thoughts about generally the report that was given by the finance minister yesterday?
And thank you for having me. Yes, there's no doubt about the positive macroeconomic indicators that we are enjoying now. And so the minister was right on point in enumerating the positive macroeconomic indicators that we are all enjoying at the moment. You can talk of the stability of our cedi. You can talk about the single-digit inflation of 5.3 that we currently have. You can talk about the policy rate of 14%, which has been maintained for 3 consecutive times. You can talk about the Ghana reference rate, which is below 11% at the moment. You can also talk about 5.5 months of import cover that we have currently. So if you want to talk about the general overview of the macroeconomic indicators that we have at the moment, there's no doubt that they are all pointing to very positive direction. And so what I would say is if you want to link it with business as far how business are doing, I would say businesses are not doing bad. But then we have to sound a lot of caution, because all this macroeconomic indicators have been positive as a result of IMF conditionalities that we were enjoying. But now that we are no more under the IMF, we have to sound a word of caution so that we can continue to be prudent. Government can continue to be prudent in its spending, so that the positive indicators that we are enjoying now wouldn't be thrown overboard.
So as business people, as you lead the traders, the biggest union in the country, the minister talks about revenue collection. I know that especially at the ports, there were talks about how a lot of them, stakeholders at the ports, were not happy about the introduction of the publican AI. But the minister mentions that it has been one of the very interesting developments where monthly customs revenue has increased by approximately 15% since the reforms, with a new cross-border system to collect VAT from non-resident digital platform. And also, it is projecting about some 2.3 billion cedis in its first full year. And all of these taxes, as I mentioned, the nuisance taxes that were taken off and other levies were adjusted and all of that. As business people, how have you benefited? Do you see the benefits of this introduction of digitalization and technology into your business space, or reckoning money for the government?
Yes, it is true that some taxes have been taken off. Talk about the yield levy, it's been taken off. Talk about the betting levy, it's been taken off. Talk about COVID levy, it's been taken off. But then when it comes to duties at the port. That is the area mostly businesses and, for that matter, traders, have been complaining that we have, a lot of levies and taxes in there. So we have always been talking about the whole duty regime as it pertains now, because we think, something must be done about the duty regime that is currently pertaining at the port. And so we had cause to complain to government that government must, do something about the duty regime. What government said was that our government also needed a revenue, and government also thinks that there are some loopholes at the port as far as revenue generation is concerned, and so government asked us to be a little bit patient and wait, for some measures, to be implemented at the port, so that if those measures are implemented at the port and the government maximizes its revenue, then government can also have a look at rationalizing the whole duty regime that pertains at the port, and that culminated in the implementation of the Publican AI at the port. If we're listening to the finance minister, like you rightly said, since the implementation of the Publican AI since March, I think March 13th or 15th thereabout, to somewhere June, government has raked in about $300 million as revenue, and which we think is good as far as revenue generation at the port is concerned. So what we are saying is that it's about time government also take a look about rationalizing the whole duty regime at the port, so that traders and, for that matter, importers can also have some sign or a little bit of relief, which will then also have some effect as far as prices of goods and services are concerned. So that was one area that we were expecting that the finance minister will make some pronouncement on it as far as duty rationalization is concerned. But then we didn't hear anything. He rather talk about improvement of revenue as the Publican AI has been implemented, and we think we don't have any problem with that. We know government must also get its revenue to embark on its industrialization or its infrastructure development agenda. But then government must also take a look at the whole duty regime that pertains now, because we think what is happening at the port as far as duties are concerned is not the best. And then once revenue has been maximized by the way of the Publican AI, it's also about time that governments also take a look about rationalizing the whole duty regime.
Okay. So I'll get to Julius Jima, but also on the issue of interest rates and cost of borrowing, just before, Julius, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us. We're happy to have you so that we can break down some of these things. But just let's begin from the basics. And Clement, I'll come back to you. So we talk about the interest rates and cost of borrowing, as the minister mentioned yesterday. But Julius, was it what you were expecting yesterday?
Good afternoon to your cherished viewers. Thank you so much for the opportunity and then having me. Usually in the media review,
Julius, are you able to put on your camera so we can see you? Okay, right.
My camera is what will cause that when I turn it on, then the network will be bad.
Right. That's fine. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So, like I was saying earlier on, that usually with media review,
Hello, Julius. Okay, so we lost Julius there. So let me get back to Mr. Boateng. So Clement, okay. So I've lost Clement Boateng also. But I was going to ask about the interest rates and cost of borrowing, where the minister says that the government is lowering borrowing costs, saving the country about 4.2 billion in 6 months. Julius, so we lost you there. You were making a point. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I was doing my preliminary by saying that with media reviews, we do not expect too much from the minister or from the whole performance of the economy.
Okay. There seemed to be a problem with the connection to Julius Jima, and we would work on that and get into the conversations. And so let's listen to the minority after the statement by the finance minister on the floor of the House. The minority held a presser. Let's listen.
The review has confirmed our description of the original budget, the 2026 budget, as having only bones, no meat. And for that matter, can best be described as Koscielko budget. The minister tried his best to do what he does best, propaganda. But his own data gave him out. His own data showed that the honeymoon is over. They are now faced with the reality because this budget is empty. And because it has no meat and they have no story, again, the minister resorted to blame game. They've been doing this blame game from the time they assumed office in 2025. And after 18 months in government, they are still doing blame game. The Ghanaian people voted for them to deliver just that and not to blame the previous government. But as you all heard from the minister's address, there is nothing to tell the people of Ghana. I will point out to you some of the confessions the minister made. Confessions in respect of issues they disputed last year and early this year. I will also point out some inaccuracies in the presentation, as well as their failure to implement some of the programs they promised the people of Ghana. Number one is on the issue of reserves, international gross reserves. Most of you were in this parliament when the minister brought the reserve management policy. They call it accelerated reserve management policy to this house for parliament to approve, in which document they stated that by the end of 2026, reserves, gross reserves, will reach 8.6 months of import cover. Sadly, in the minister's presentation today, he stuck to 3 months of import cover. So how can 8.6 months of import cover all of a sudden become 3 months of import cover? Number two, primary balance. If you recall, in 2025, when they presented the budget for that year, the minister did what we call voodoo analysis of arrears by asking every MDA to bring arrears even when they were not recognized by the Ministry of Finance. He put together about 67 billion Ghana cedis. If you recall, we told you and the people of Ghana that what the minister was doing was propaganda. As a result of the inclusion of those arrears in the budget, the fiscal outturn was distorted. In fact, in the 2025 budget, the minister reported that the primary fiscal deficit was 3.9% for 2024. He did this so that he could undermine the previous government. 3.9%, not the overall fiscal. 3.9%. In the 2026 budget statement, the minister revised it to 3.1%. The same 2024 primary deficit revised from 3.9% to 3.1%.
Former Finance Minister Amin Adam there, and we have Clement Watson and Julius Jima back on. Gentlemen, you know, there's a problem with the connection. There's the absolute, but we would have to get on with that. So, Julius, you're making a point. Sorry, please go ahead again.
All right, thank you. So I was saying that usually with a media review, if government is not too challenged with anything, there hasn't been any emergencies that government will have to come with either a new tax or reduce a tax or any major policy. What the media review seeks to do is to tell us the performance of the previous year, which is 2025, and then also tell us the performance for 2026, which is half-year performance for 2026. So that is the narrative so that we can understand and unpack the media review. You realize that the minister started with trying to give us all the achievement that happened in 2025. And then you realize that at the time of the presentation of the main budget, usually is done in November. And at that time, there will be a last quarter performance, which has not been captured. So it doesn't make a full year. So to say, it is the media that the minister will give accurate, actual transactions for things that have happened in the previous year and then things that has happened in the first 2 quarters of the current year. So that is where I'm going to premise the discussions on. If you look at what happened in 2025, now the minister give us budget estimate and things that he seeks to do or achieve when it comes to 2026. Then again, if we go back to 2025, per the data available, and these are data from fiscal data of the Ministry of Finance, and then also the summaries of economic and financial data from the Bank of Ghana. So, you know, the budget has the economic policies and then the fiscal data. When we go into the economic policies, I heard Mr. Clement giving some of the things that have happened. So that is where we zero down to the macroeconomic indicators. And then under the macroeconomic indicators, we are looking at our external sectors. I'm starting with the external sectors because those are the things that our economy suffered over the last 2 or 3 years because there was some kind of, you know, lack of dollar in the system because our economy is a dollar-driven economy. That is why we went to the IMF to get some dollars to balance our payment. Now, the performance of 2025 suggests that we did better when it came to our external performance. In fact, our external performance, looking at the external sector, we are looking at our exports against our imports. Now, the commodities that are giving us more of our export revenue, our export cash, which is cocoa, gold, and oil, as well as other export, that is any other thing that we do and then we export outside, that is not.
Hello, Julius. Okay, Mr. Watson, let me come to you and let's talk about the work that you do and the interaction with the everyday Ghanaian, because when we hear such reports that the indicators are good, inflation is down, there's growth and all of that, for you selling and interacting with the everyday Ghanaian, how do you do that? How do you believe the translation of all of these indicators? You see that on the grounds, even as you go to the market and also as people buy from you. Okay, we're taking a break now. When we come back, we continue with the program. This is Good Afternoon Ghana on Metro TV. We'll be back shortly.
Such a statement.
The pulse of a nation, rising, unshaken. When the Black Stars take the world stage, we don't just play, we bring the storm. Fuel the dream. Support the Black Stars. Storm Energy Drink. Make your mark. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, First Ghana Colorectal Center, aim to serve a peculiar health need.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. It makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
Good day, fellow Ghanaians. Dr. Adelaide Arobase-Ejiafon is my name, Executive Director of the Jospon Group of Companies and the CEO of the African Agribusiness Consortium. By the grace of God, after several years of contributing significantly to Ghana's sanitation and waste management transformation, the Jospon Group made another bold decision a few years ago to support the transformation of Ghana's agriculture sector. As we became more involved in the agriculture sector, we realized that although Ghana has enormous agricultural potential, transforming the sector would require the active participation of a new generation of skilled and passionate young people. That is why, in partnership with the People's Friendship University of Russia, Rodin University, we sponsored 118 young Ghanaians to pursue postgraduate studies in agriculture and environmental sciences. Our goal was to prepare young professionals who will help drive Ghana's agricultural transformation. In about 2 weeks' time, these graduates will return home. They are coming back with knowledge, skills, and fresh ideas, and we are proud to welcome them home. I believe their success will not only benefit as individuals, but will also contribute to the growth of our agriculture sector and the development of our country. I wish to express my sincere appreciation to the People's Friendship University of Russia, Rodin University, for being a valued partner in this journey, and to the Embassy of Ghana in the Russia Federation for its unwavering support and commitment to the welfare of our students throughout their studies. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Ghana, Greater Accra, Gamashi. Are you ready for the biggest festival carnival in Ghana? It's the Gahomor Carnival 2026. Starting from Thursday 6th to Sunday 9th of August 2026. The heartbeat of Ghana will echo from Jamestown Manchabola, flowing through the historic Atanos High Street back to Lighthouse. Witness and experience 4 unforgettable days one historic destination. Gamashi, 6th August, Red Thursday, so be the legendary homecoming procession. 7th August, White Friday, dressed in white and experience the Twin Festival, culture, tradition and music. Saturday, 8th August, Homowo Red Saturday, the grand climax. Join thousands in the sea of red and display of royalty as Galhashi comes alive with spectacular sprinkling of popoi, followed by a mega concert featuring Ghana's biggest music stars. Sunday, Owala, come dressed in white, a day of thanksgiving, reconciliation and a powerful gospel concert to crown Homowo, celebrating 200 years of Katamanso. Date, 6th to 9th August. Venue, Jamestown, Manchabona. Crowd is calling. Gamashi is waiting. Don't just hear it. Come and live it. For vendorship slots, call.
Main Media Partners. Media Partners.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026 under the theme Assessing Ghana's Progress Towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7, Clean Energy, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema on Mine Tumpo.
From finding your dream home to building a legacy for your family, the Homeowner Show has been your trusted guide.
How sure are you what you're getting is the right land? And it has to do with searches, land commission, checking social planning authority, checking everything to make sure that what you are buying is not a problem or a challenge prone transaction.
The stress of even not owning a house and constantly coughing up to rent is a big issue.
Join me, Hannah Atiasi, and my distinguished panelists as we delve into exciting conversations.
Season 3 of The Homeowner Show, every Saturday at 6 p.m., only on Metro TV. Don't just own a house, build a legacy for your family.
Chicken. Yeah, you know what to do. Parents, guardians, your Saturdays are about to be beautiful, exciting and entertaining on Metro TV. You are going to enjoy what is called massive home entertainment with funny face. I am back again, children. We are about to celebrate in your schools. We are about to dance in your schools. We are about to do everything we'll do in your schools. You will enjoy, I will enjoy, neighbors will enjoy, everybody will enjoy. Children, be ready. We are going to do chicken, cow and chicken, cow and chicken. You just flap your armpit, open it, flap it, open, flap. Yeah. You see me in your school, you just open your armpit and you flap it. Chicken, that's all. You know what to do, my brother.
Time with the Children's President, coming soon on Metro TV.
vois, tu sais ce qui se passe dans notre pays et pour notre peuple.
In the community we're saying stuff like, as a girl, why will you go and fighting horses?
Welcome back. Let's now talk creative arts, and we're talking about the movie space. And this is the Accra Indie Film Fest, and we're going to get into a conversation on that to talk about the 8th edition and what to expect from that. Evan Egan joins me here. He's founder director Accra Indie Film Fest, and also we have the head of communications from Alliance Francaise Accra, Michael Chachu Aholu, also here. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the program. I mean, just as I introduced the came to my mind that we're doing the media budget, so our festival budget. But maybe someone drew my attention actually yesterday that looks like many a times for our space, it's only mentioned. I mean, it was mentioned that they're giving us some what's it called? Film development fund. Yeah, film development fund. Yeah. But to reiterate it, we didn't hear that yesterday. And sometimes it's a lot of heartbreak, you know. Looking at the amount of money you spend for one production and the number of people that, when we're talking about employment opportunities, the number of people on a set, there should be one space that there should be so much attention. You know, from government, but it hasn't been like that for many years.
It hasn't been like that, and I think the issue will have to be between the two parties, which is the creative industry itself and also the government. I think, you know, the government will always have enough reason not to kind of have an eye on what's happening in the creative industry, but the creative industry will also have to make the push to make sure that they recognize what's happening within the industry. But I know that we're doing so much, and we just need to, you know, sit on the table to have that discussion.
Right, and do you get, it's not disappointed, okay, no. Do you get disappointed or you have hope in the fact that you have some of the creative arts people handling certain positions in government you believe will be able to do something? No, is it hope or disappointment?
No, it's really quite sometimes disappointing because sometimes the call is not necessarily about, oh, give them this amount of money or something like that. But sometimes you just need to create a conducive environment for the operators to be able to operate within, and we don't see that effort. You know, so I'm just thinking that if the conversation keeps going and then the stakeholders are able to create that environment, it would definitely be able to impact so many things that's been done. Because I know some people who might not even be that, oh, we need money to be able to embark on the production, but maybe we are importing some equipment from the state because we can have those equipment here. And you get to the airport and they will tell the port and they tell you your the duties and all of the things that you need to go through to be able to get the thing to be able to embark. It's just too much of a hassle.
Too much. And for you at Alliance Francaise, you see a lot of creatives coming every day, putting up production, music, theater, everything there. Are we doing good?
Well, we are doing all we can to support the creative arts industry in the country. And for Alliance Francaise Accra, we basically see ourselves as a cultural bridge where we bring all the cultural elements from Europe, from the French-speaking world to Ghana, and also take a lot of the beautiful culture in Ghana and introduce it to the French-speaking world. So for us, it's not a question of is the work being done, it's a question of what we are doing to make the work and make the industry actually a better one. And we have been doing this for 70 years now, actually. Alliance Francaise was actually established on the eve of Ghana's independence. Oh, yeah. Okay. And if you know, when Ghana gained independence, we actually got a very good film industry being set up for the country. Yeah. Alliance Francaise also wrote on that. We have been promoting a lot of cultural initiatives in the country, and film is just one of them. Yeah.
So, Evan, why do you keep doing this if we know the space? Because you're putting in so much money, and if you're not getting the returns, you could have gone to some other business and you make your body back?
No, it's a great question, but I think it's not really about what do you keep doing it, and I think it's more of for me. I think my calculation is more within the time frame. So it's like next year is next year. Whether I do it or not, next year will still come.
Right.
And I think one of the exciting things I've been able to create or I've come across as we put the festival together almost all the time is the partnerships, the relationship that we've been able to build. And so as it used to cost me so much money probably some years back, now it really doesn't because we have like some support from Alliance Française, we do have some support from the French Embassy, we do have some support from the Australian High Commission. You know, some of these are organizations that we've been able to create. And so even though it does not necessarily put money in your pocket, but looking back at the impact that we have on emerging filmmakers, I will always kind of commit or sacrifice my sleep to just keep doing it, because our film festival is specifically for short films, and we all know the importance of short films and how that has been impacting the film industry. And at one of the programs that we're doing is AIF Talent Connect, which through our partnership with another film festival in France called Clermont Film Festival, we do have a partnership where we're running a pitch competition for the winner to be able to, fly to be part of the short film market, which is like a bigger short film market for them to, get opportunity to pitch to distributors and sales agents. And all of this is made possible by the French Embassy. And so that relationship that makes us just keep going is what will make me sacrifice my sleep for that.
And as you say, for you, it has to happen every year. And so this is the 8th edition. What's been the review of every year that it keeps you saying that I've got to do next year, and then the next year comes? So let's take it from the 7th edition. How was it like? Did it meet the targets? And then, towards the 8th edition?
Yeah, it absolutely surpassed the target because, and it comes from, the number of film submissions. How many filmmakers, even internationally, are looking forward to be part of the festival. And then in addition to that, what are some of the attendance to some of the programs that we organize and how the eventual impact has been. Last year, we were able to, we received over 50, we shortlisted over 50 short films to screen throughout the 1 week. We had an amazing time. And with what I mentioned regarding the AIF Talent Connect, that last year was the second year. First year we had one person, last year we had 2 people, and then this year potentially probably 3 people. So that kind of increase, be able to just give them the value to be able to experience the film market outside of this country. It's something that is always valuable, and we're definitely looking forward to how the 8th edition is going to go. But we're ready.
And for Michael, as Alliance, coming into this for the creative space, more so for the Accra Indie Festival, what Film Fest, what's the contribution that you're bringing on board for this?
Okay, so he mentioned earlier with the AIF Talents Connect. For myself, as I'm a documentary filmmaker personally as well, aside heading communications at Alliance Française Accra, and getting the opportunity to have your stories, your work being shown or being, basically being premiered or shown at the Clermont-Ferrand in France is a big deal. Having it being shown at Alliance Française in Ghana even is also another big deal at the AIF, having your films being shown. And personally, I have been thinking of how Ghanaian filmmakers have actually been putting out their work, because if you put it on YouTube, it's gone out. You can't actually make much money from it. You can't actually even tell the stories because the algorithm wouldn't push the kind of stories you want to push out there with the vision you want and all those stuff. So for us as Alliance Française, what we really appreciate and we love with this 4 years, it's actually 4 years we have been partnering with AIF. What we love about this is that it gets to push talents and stories which are unheard on the international stage out there. We get to, and it's even, with that input and with that contribution, it's even greater than any other thing that anyone can give, basically. So we actually appreciate and we really love the impact which this particular festival is making in the creative industry, the film industry in Ghana. And we look forward to greater partnerships with AIF, having more filmmakers going out to France and even into Europe, showing their films, telling African stories, telling Ghanaian stories, and building the industry better.
I mean, adding up to that, there's like a a particular initiative that we're running called Glocalization, where it's like we're making our local films more have a global outlook. And so, yeah, the French, the Clermont Film Festival that we do have, the partnership is one. And also, I literally returned back from the UK, and I've been there for like the past 3 years. I've also established another film festival over there, and there's been a cross bridge between Accra Indie Film Fest and Napier Student Film Festival in there, where this year, like between the 7th edition and the 8th edition, we had what we call Edinburgh AIF Edinburgh Connect, where we kind of push some of the films here to the UK, and was also sponsored by the British Council, which was really great. We also have had another partnership with another film festival in Brazil called Sao Paulo International Short Film Festival, and we're able to create African film, obviously including Ghana short films, to be able to screen all of that. So we're trying to build all of these connections to be able to kind of make our stories cross the borders beyond Ghana.
As your eyes move through movies made in Ghana, made on the global stage, from America, from the UK, what do you see sets us apart as a country, Ghana, from our movies, and then from other places? And where we can polish and get up to that standard on the global stage?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great question. It's definitely, there are elements that definitely set us apart. The story, the treatment.
No, but the story, a lot of people say we do not, our stories are not authentic enough.
Because we are not really paying attention to some of these short films. We're really not paying attention enough to some of these short films. If you come to the festival, and that's why I kind of double dare everybody to come to the festival, on Thursday, there's a program called Open Air Cinema Experience, and that's like when we actually put a lot more focus on all Ghanaian film participating in the festival. You watch as many films as possible. But when you get there, you will be able to tell that, oh, okay, these are actually Ghanaian films that you're likely not to get to watch on TV or get to watch on YouTube or probably on Netflix, because these are short films, and their commercial model does not connect with some of these short films unless they want to create a specific opportunity for some of them. But in terms of differences, obviously, our stories are different from some of those international films, or films that are coming through. And that's the reason why we even made it international, so that I believe that we are all operating in a similar environment, right? Everybody is independent short film. They're doing things by themselves. And so it gives you a preview of someone who is in your situation in another country and the kind of stories that they're telling. But the opportunities are obviously different, and there's really so much we can do, even though we're doing great. There's really so much we can do. And even off the spin of the film festival, I have set up a new creative agency called Solar Chord, and it's going to have a different opportunity to be able to create more value for the filmmakers outside of the film festival, because there's a limit to what we can do. And so if we have that agency built off the festival, then outside of the festival we can create more opportunities. And there's something special that's coming that I'm sure in the course of the year you'll hear more about that.
As Michael wanted to touch on that too.
I wanted to mention working within the space, also at Alliance Francaise Accra, I've realized that Ghanaian storytellers have original stories. It's access to funding and to production and to equipment, basically, that limits them, and also limits how far they dream. And I really congratulate Evan with this particular festival, because we have so many filmmakers who prior would just be thinking about doing productions for YouTube. But as of now, the Accra Indie Film Festival is here. And from last year, when we participated, we got a lot of filmmakers who are saying that they will be putting more fire on their production, so that they'll be able to submit their films into the festival. So we have a lot of unique stories. We have a lot of original stories. It's the access to the funding that's the issue.
To help with that. And just to let my viewers understand what we're talking about, I guess I should have begun from all of us on the table. We know what short films are. So for the benefit of our viewers, we're talking about what. So short film, it has to be short.
It has to be short. It cannot be simpler than that. It has to be short. And every film festival and their kind of criteria of how they define how short a short film is. And so we kind of go according to what, Oscars describe as short film, because we kind of have another approach that we're looking forward to having AIF as Oscar qualifying film festival. And so our short films for narratives are supposed to be between 3 minutes to 40 minutes. But ideally, there's caveats that the shorter the better. So as short as possible, just make sure it's short for the people to enjoy. Yeah.
Okay.
Ideally, no more than 10 minutes would be great.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about some of the short movies that will make it to the Accra Indie Film Fest. But again, to the elements of a short film.
Yeah.
And how when the Ghana. When did they do that one? The one that the Nigerians came. Ghana was it Ghana Movie Awards?
Ghana Movie Awards. Yeah, that's always been running.
When the flyer was posted. Now which one movie was Ghana there? There are lots of conversations like that.
Right.
And then, I mean, for me on YouTube, of course, I'll get to see some of them.
Yeah.
There seems to be a gap between the producers and the consumers.
Yeah.
Because we are producing for people to watch. But if the people tend to say that, are we still acting? Are we still making? Then there's a gap.
Yeah.
Where is that coming from?
I think the gap is really, again, and as a practicing filmmaker as well, because I don't just do the film festival. I would say, as producers, we're not really producing enough, right? And sometimes we want to put the blame on the fact that there's not enough distribution facilities or avenue available, and for that reason, we don't want to produce that much. But I understand that if you, like when I was in film school, my lecturer used to say that if you don't know how your distribution is going to look like, you don't even have to point your camera in the first place. So I'm assuming that before you even begin to, point camera at whatever that you want to record, you should have been able to identify all other avenues. And in Ghana, I think we've been kind of limited to only that Silverbird or the cinemas. But there's so much avenues that you can distribute your film. Sometimes going to the Silverbird or going to the cinema will be like your third or your fourth step after you've explored the festival channel. There are big film festivals that how much you are likely to win, you are even going to make your money off. And the bigger one I could always mention is FESPACO, which happens just here in Burkina Faso. And the Grand Prix is like, I've forgotten. I remember when we were in school in 2016, one of my colleagues whose student film even won, at that point in time, won like 16,000 cedis in 2017 with a film that he used 400 cedis to produce. So you know that if you really understand the scope of it, there is so much you can do. But I still believe that we really need to produce, because sometimes
producing comes with the budget. So if you produce one and you haven't made your money back.
And that's the reason why a space like Accra Indie Film Fest is available for you. Okay. And this is the reason why it's very important. I think we've been running the industry in such a way that it feels like everybody is just, looking out for some magical filmmaker to just pop out from nowhere. And then, they anticipate for you to break box office records and all of that. But it really doesn't work like that. In as much as filmmaking is art and it's business, it's also science. And you need time to be able to go through the process for you to know that, okay, you actually know yourself as a filmmaker and the kind of stories you want to tell. You've already built a certain level of audience where when you put your film at the Silverbird cinemas, they are going to be there. And you trust yourself that you can actually control or manage people, because you're managing production crew, which everybody have different level of senses or intelligence, and you need to be able to control and work according to all of that. And short films really gives you the avenue to learn. And so, because again, you're likely to produce a short film that might not even cost you money. Like I said, my friend Peter produced a student film with 400 cedis, because that's how much the school give to you per project, and was able to win that amount of money. And you'll be able to, film even with your mobile phone and just call your colleagues. I know filmmakers who, because they have great stories, they just pick non-actors. And when you're actually making a short film and you're working with non-actors, you're able to get very rich and authentic delivery than actors.
It looks like most Ghanaians are on, we don't have, hey, this person is not in this movie. you know,
we're not coming to watch it.
We're not going to watch. Does it stop, you know?
No. So film festival like this, we don't look at who is acting, which name is who the film on the screen for the juries to watch. And then when they watch and realize, oh, this is good enough, and then they cannot get into, okay, how's the performance like? How's this like? And most of the times, if the work is done properly, everything will just come together perfectly. And short films really gives you the opportunity to be able to explore all of these. And so if you're making short film, after producing one or two, people get to know you that, oh, this is the guy that, you know, made that awesome film. Oh, this time around, he's actually making a feature film that's premiering at Silverbird Cinemas. Everybody's trooping in to come watch it.
So everybody's trooping in there to come watch. That's why the Accra Indie Film Fest is here, the 8th edition. And so let's get into the details of the theme. It's what? Resilience?
Emotion.
In motion.
Yeah.
That's like some movie view. Resilience in motion. Okay. So talk to me about that.
Right, absolutely.
Then Michael comes in.
Yeah, so as we've been saying, I think filmmaking is really a tough journey, and sometimes you need to, you know, have a very strong will to really keep going, because if you make one film and you don't make your money back, are you willing to come back again? But filmmakers always seem to, you know, coming back. And I think the theme actually qualifies for both entities, and one is the film festival, you know, management and the crew and everybody, and also the filmmakers, because we believe that it's really a tough to pull everything that we put together, and for us to be able to come back almost every year, it's that resilience that really come together for us to be able to keep going, and we know that the same energy and qualities that kind of propel filmmakers to be able to also keep telling their stories. And so what's the best time to be able to just amplify this element of the fact that we're not giving up, we just keep telling the stories regardless of how hard things become.
Okay, right. So it's from Monday.
Yes.
Monday, 27th July 2026, with the red carpet reception.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And the opening ceremony is at 7 p.m. at Alliance. And Alliance, you're ready for this, yeah?
Yeah, we are, actually. So Alliance Francaise, a lot of people have no idea. Okay, not a lot of people. Those in the industry, they know. But some few people have no idea that we have a world-class stage. An open-air amphitheater at Alliance Francaise. It seats over 400 people. And we have the best of equipment. And we'll be using this stage for a number of the events at the Alliance. I always say Alliance, the Accra Indie Film Festival.
Okay.
Exactly. We'll be having the opening ceremony, as you rightly stated, on Monday. And I'm looking forward to that, actually.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just the process of organizing itself is like a movie. And so sometimes it's like, you know, let me stay back. Let's see how everything comes together.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So it's free?
No, it's free. Everything we do, it's absolutely free. And it's been free since time memorial. And so all that you need to do is, we always encourage you to reserve your ticket, because sometimes we do want to have an idea of how many people are coming in, and so we can prepare accordingly. But in addition to the opening ceremony on Monday, we do have the pit session coming up. We do have masterclass sessions. We do have a lot of film screenings. You will not get tired of watching so many films, but you get inspired and you learn more. And then we do have the music concert and award ceremony on the final day.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So there you have it. Monday, free. Grab someone, go watch some nice short movies and all of that, and just have a good time. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on. Let's just say
thank you
anything
so much. Not so much. We'll just encourage all of you to just come through. Just take some time off. Come enjoy. Come distress. Because I remember last year there were some office members for one of the filmmakers who wanted to come to support them, and then I think the time changed a little bit, and so they were just there throughout the day, and we're like, oh, this seems to be quite exciting. So yeah, that's likely to be
that's what's going to be.
So just come
around and be part of this. Right, on social media?
On social media, just follow us at Accra Indie Film Fest or Alliance Francaise Accra, and you will be updated on everything that's happening every day.
All right, thank you very much, Evan Egan and Michael Aholu, on the Accra Indie Film Festival, the 8th edition, opening on Monday. So please be a part of that. Well, that's with a movie. We're just wrapping up in a few minutes. From movie, let's talk about music, because you know, from the UK again, there's a UK-based Ghanaian gospel artist, Joseph Matthew, who's doing some great stuff there. And in recent years, he's been dropping a number of tunes. In fact, not the usual Ghanaian gospel. but he adds, a bit of style, the Afro gospel, he calls it. And so he's been doing that, and he's out with a new song titled Walk. And this song, the latest one from us, you see on the screen in a bit, is the latest from him that was produced by Francis Osei, and he calls this the Afrofusion magic. So Joseph Matthew blends rich African percussion with the main stage groove, delivering a profound message of faith, resilience, and walking in higher power. So that's the new song from Joseph Matthew titled Walk.
Come before your mighty throne of glory, some humbly waiting, yeah. I have no doubt, no, you never let me down, yeah. 'Cause even when I don't deserve it, you still held me down by grace. That's why I say, my Lord, you're my strength and my salvation. Who shall I fear? I fear no man, I fear no evil, yeah. When I'm feeling low and I'm so sad, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. I saw me sing this again. Oh,
Okay, so that's the song Walk It Out on all the digital platforms from Joseph Matthew. And that's all wrapping up the show for today. Many thanks for being part of Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Desmond Okwekudan. So log on to www.metrotvonline.com for more news. We're back at 7 p.m. with News Tonight. Bye-bye.
Welcome to GH Schools, your #1 training institute that offers practical-based tuition in media and a variety of skill acquisition-related areas. At GH Media School, we offer journalism and media studies, journalism and media arts, TV and film production, and multimedia production. Also, you are assured of the best beauty training with GH Cosmetology School. We offer training in massage and body therapy, makeup artistry, hair technology. Realize your dream of becoming an astute fashion designer with GH Fashion School. Here, we offer training in bridal wear, suits, ladies and men's wear, children's wear, and millinery. Do you have the interest of preparing sumptuous and tasty foods that meet local and international standards? Then, GH Catering School is the best place for you. We offer training in cookery, pastry and beverage production, events decoration, and hotel management. Be abreast with the current technological trends as you train with GH Technology School. We offer computer systems, hardware and software, CCTV installation, home security, and many more. GH Schools makes available well-equipped studios and workstations to give our learners the practical and industrial standard experience during tuition. Hostel facilities are also available. Instant admission is in progress. Register now. Purchase your admission forms online on Locate us at Achimota Abofu Junction, opposite the Shell filling station. You can also contact us on 0544 622 250, 0577 622 250, 0204 622 250, and 0277 622 250. GH Schools, we say train, practice, achieve.
Ghana, Greater Accra, Gamashi. Are you ready for the biggest festival carnival in Ghana? Is the Gahomo Carnival 2026. Starting from Thursday 6th to Sunday 9th of August 2026. The heartbeat of Ghana will echo from Jamestown Manchabola, flowing through the historic Atanos High Street back to Lighthouse. Witness and experience 4 unforgettable days, 1 historic destination. Gamashi, 6th August, Red Thursday, So Be. The legendary homecoming procession, 7th August, White Friday, Dress in white and experience the Twin Festival, culture, tradition, and music. Saturday, 8